gardening. I just use hand tools, a scuffle hoe or a stirrup hoe or a colinear hoe. And the thing about weeds is to keep on top of them when they're small. So ideally once a week go through and just get the really small weeds with a colinear hoe. Wood chips in the paths. But this new section right here, this is new this year. So this looked like that last year. And so we covered this whole area with cardboard, double layer of cardboard, and then 6 inches of compost on top of that for the beds, and then the wood chips in between. And that's done a really good job of keeping the weeds down. So that's the thing, is start out with a deep layer of cardboard and compost, and that makes a big difference from the go. And then the other thing is I don't till. So this is all no-till gardening, so I'm not stirring up weed seeds, if there are any. So this is a stirrup hoe, or some people call it a scuffle hoe or a shuffle hoe. Or an oscillating hoe. There's a zillion names for it. So the head on it has a blade shaped like a stirrup, right? And the blades are a little bit sharp. But the idea is it runs just underneath the soil level and cuts the weeds off at the root. This is a little heftier, so it can handle bigger weeds. The tool I actually prefer is this linear hoe or colinear hoe. So this one is a really well-designed one from Never Sink Farms. Connor Crickmore runs Never Sink Farms in New York. But it has all these replacements. So there's wire weeders. So these wire weeders are different sizes and they just snap in. This is designed to be used a little bit differently than a regular hoe. Colinear hoes you hold more or less straight up and down. And the idea here with these wire weeders is you get really small thread stage weeds. And the wire weeders aren't going to damage your main crop if you sort of run into it. And then there's these sharper weed heads, right? So this snaps in, and this has a sharp edge here. Works a little more like a regular hoe, and then it goes underneath the soil and cuts the weeds off at the root level. During the summer, we probably spend, between the two of us, so there were two of us working, we probably spent 2 hours a week, maybe 3. A week. So the trick is to get on top of the weeds once and stay on top of them. The other thing you can do if it gets really bad is just throw a black tarp over it and keep it under a tarp for 3 or 4 weeks. Crops that I've terminated, just throw a tarp over them and let them rot in the ground there. And then all the nutrients go back into the ground.